Have you ever felt a chill crawl up your spine just from watching two characters collide in a storm of emotion, power, and rage? These aren't just battles. These are moments that made millions pause, rewind, and feel every second in their bones. They're the clashes that shook fandoms, defined generations, and left a mark on anime history forever. From jaw-dropping transformations to sacrifices that shattered our hearts, these 10 fights didn't just entertain. They transformed how we feel about storytelling itself. And number 1, you'll want to hit replay the second it ends. Number 10, Rock Lee vs. Gaara. When Rock Lee walked into the arena during the Chunin exams, no one expected him to leave a mark. No flashy bloodline, no powerful jutsu, just relentless effort and the heart of a warrior. Then he dropped his ankle weights. The sound echoed through the stadium like a thunderclap, and then he vanished. In a blur, Lee moved faster than any genin had a right to. The crowd couldn't follow him. Even Gaara's sand, once considered impenetrable, failed to protect him. Lee's fists landed, sharp, brutal, disciplined. For the first time, Gaara bled. For the first time, Gaara panicked. But what truly made this fight unforgettable was Lee's unwavering spirit. When his bones were shattered and consciousness faded, his body still moved. Number 9, Eren vs. Warhammer Titan. When Eren returned in the final season of Attack on Titan, fans noticed the change. His stare, hollow, his smile, gone. He wasn't fighting for survival anymore. He was fighting with purpose and fury. So when the Warhammer Titan appeared, all bets were off. Eren transformed mid-leap, crashing into buildings, turning allies and enemies into collateral damage. He didn't wait, he didn't hesitate. He attacked with raw brutality. The Warhammer's crystal defense didn't matter. Eren bit into his own flesh, tore through his enemy, and used her weapon against her. It wasn't just a fight, it was a declaration. This Eren didn't follow orders. He made war personal. You could feel the moment the old Eren died, and a colder one was born. Number 8, Mob vs. Koyama. Mob always held back, quiet, polite, soft-spoken. He kept his powers under lock and key, but hurt his brother? All that restraint? Gone. Koyama had no idea what he had awakened. The sky cracked, gravity bent. Mob's fury wasn't loud, it was cosmic. His silent rampage tore buildings apart like paper. He didn't throw punches, he unraveled reality. But what made this battle more than spectacle was the sadness. Every move Mob made screamed emotional pain. He didn't want to destroy, but he had to. And in that contradiction, viewers felt something deeper than shock. They felt sorrow, they felt fear, a gentle soul losing control and taking the world with him. Number 7, Goku vs. Jiren. We've seen Goku fight gods, fuse with allies, and surpass every limit imaginable. But Ultra Instinct? That was something else. When that silver glow lit up the arena, fans knew they were witnessing a turning point in anime history. Jiren was a monster, immovable, unshaken, until Goku moved like a phantom. He didn't block. He let attacks pass through. He didn't strike hard, he struck perfectly. But the goosebumps hit hardest when the music swelled. That theme, the one that plays only during the impossible, made the fight feel like a prophecy. Goku wasn't just powerful, he had become untouchable. In those moments, fans weren't just watching a battle, they were witnessing evolution. Number 6, Luffy vs. Katakuri. Katakuri was the definition of mastery, perfect observation haki, brutal strength, a calm, deadly demeanor. He was the wall Luffy couldn't break. And that's what made the fight legendary. Luffy, battered and bloody, got knocked down again and again. But he rose again and again. With each round, he adapted, he predicted, he grew. The arena wasn't just a battleground, it was a crucible. Katakuri watched as Luffy evolved before his eyes, and in a moment of rare vulnerability, Katakuri fell back first, respecting his rival. Not because he lost, but because he witnessed something greater than victory. This wasn't just a fight, it was a warrior's journey from reckless to worthy. Number 5, Levi vs. Beast Titan. Levi's ambush wasn't flashy, it was surgical. One moment, the Beast Titan stood tall, arrogant, monologuing. The next, he was reduced to ribbons. No speeches, no build-up, just pure, raw vengeance. Levi struck with such speed and precision that time seemed to slow. The blades danced, the blood sprayed. Zeke didn't stand a chance. It was personal. The Survey Corps had been slaughtered. Friends, comrades, hope, and Levi turned that grief into fury. In seconds, he turned a god into prey. When it was over, the silence said everything. Fans didn't cheer, they stared, jaws dropped, replaying every second. It wasn't just a win, it was justice in motion. Number 4, Naruto vs. Sasuke Final Showdown. Everything built to this. From playground squabbles to god-slaying battles, Naruto and Sasuke's final clash was the emotional climax of 2 lifetimes. They didn't just throw punches, they hurled memories. Each blow was a scream of heartbreak. Each technique carried years of pain, betrayal, and stubborn love. From Valley of the End to the edge of their hearts, it was more than a fight. It was a conversation. Rasengan met Chidori, tears met silence, and when the dust settled, both lay side by side, bloodied, broken, and reborn. Fans cried because they weren't watching a winner or loser. They were watching forgiveness. 2 brothers finally finding peace after years of war. Number 3. Ichigo versus Ulquiorra. Ulquiorra represented emotionless death, cold, efficient, empty, and when Ichigo fell to him, it seemed like hope had died too. But death wasn't the end, it was the spark. Ichigo's hollow form rose, a being of rage and instinct. It didn't speak, it didn't feel, it was obliterated. His mask, a symbol of everything he feared, became his salvation. And Ulquiorra, once so composed, crumbled before him. But this wasn't a triumph, it was a tragedy. Ichigo didn't win because he got stronger, he won because he lost himself. Fans felt the horror of seeing their hero become something else, something terrifying. It wasn't just power, it was despair made flesh. Number 2. Gojo versus Sukuna. Imagine 2 apex predators locked in a cage. That's what Gojo versus Sukuna was. Every moment felt like a climax. Their domains shattered reality itself. Techniques layered like chess strategies at warp speed. Cities bent, space cracked, and fans held their breath. But what elevated this battle beyond just animation was the feeling. You could sense the stakes, the pride, the ideology behind every punch. Gojo's confidence versus Sukuna's malice. When the final blow landed, fans weren't just shocked, they were grieving, because the world of Jujutsu Kaisen would never be the same. Number 1. Gohan Beast versus Cellmax. For years, fans begged for Gohan to return to form, to reclaim his spot among the greats. And when Cellmax towered above the battlefield, it finally happened. Gohan stood calm, silent, but something inside him awakened. With wild silver hair, crimson eyes, and pressure that cracked the earth, Beast Gohan arrived. He didn't roar, he didn't charge blindly, he moved with certainty, precision, and when he charged his final special beam cannon, aimed directly at the heart of the threat, fans felt everything: nostalgia, pride, redemption. That one blast wasn't just a finishing move, it was years of waiting, wishing, and hoping, finally fulfilled. Bonus: Tanjiro and Nezuko versus Daki and Gyutaro. If perfection had a frame count, this fight would own it. Tanjiro, wounded and desperate, pushed past his limits. Nezuko, nearly lost to rage, became a demon of fire and compassion. Together, they faced a pair of upper demons as twisted as they were powerful. The choreography was ballet. The music was symphony. The stakes? Higher than ever. Each swing of the sword came with tears. Each explosion was laced with love and fear. And when the final cut landed, it wasn't just victory, it was art. Which one of these made your heart skip a beat? Was it Gohan's ultimate transformation? Levi's legendary blitz? Naruto and Sasuke's final goodbye? Tell us your favorite down below. And if we missed one, call it out. You might see it next time. Hit like if you felt anything while watching these battles. Smash that subscribe button if you want more anime moments that shake your soul.